just that weekend in general, man, how powerful it was. You just touched on it. To see the city rally around him. It blew me away, Michael.
Yeah. I mean, I'm from Milton where Jimmy and Kristen live. They live around the corner from some of their best friends. Fainer, who I think you guys had on, the Aiellos, Yans. There's a huge crew. So I thought it was cool for you guys to see the communities that Jimmy touched, Dorchester, Milton, BC, the Boston hockey community. For me, as I was lucky to meet Jimmy when he was at BC, and kind of latch on to a younger generation, mostly because my classmates all, got married and had a bunch of kids. So we needed some young bucks to hang out with. And he welcomed me in with open arms. But at that Sunday night, I would call it a celebration. There was generations of Boston hockey, everyone from Chris O'Sullivan, to, huge crew like Shaddy, support from, our arch rivals at BU, and then really strong effort from, other NHLers from all over the league that made the effort to fly into Boston.
They have this party and there's this sign there, right? And it's pretty high up. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, Mackel, we got to change this Heinz to Hayes. This has got to be the Hayes in today. So we climb up and we do the little A instead of the I or the Y. And we create this Hayes in for the day. And we just had this epic pool party. And there's an epic photo that, you guys can share. I have it with him just with his arms outstretched right under the new sign, the edited sign. I'm sure Big John Hines will be happy to know that we took good care of his house and we eventually took down the Hazen. Definitely did, buddy. You sent me that message. I remember you looking at me and you go, do you remember when you sent me the message that you got a kid from Dorchester coming down and he's a great kid, unreal family. You're going to love this kid. Take him under your wing. You shared that with me the other day, bro. And I was like, fuck, man, that's exactly what it was. It's exactly what his wedding was. And fuck, did we have a time there. We almost lit the fucking place on fire.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was a couple things that stood out, like common threads from people's words, at the service and just the stories that we all shared, in the time that we were in Boston and the time that's passed since. One of them is like Jimmy always wanted to make sure that everybody had a good time. And that wedding, that was the pinnacle for him. Like not only, marrying Kristen, but getting all of these people in one room. And then for fuck's sake, I don't know how we fit everybody in one room at what I thought it was like a Project X party where Jimbo was just dancing on the kitchen counter. And I remember him singing Mr. Brightside. He grabbed the kitchen sink hose, using it as a microphone, except he was just blasting the water everywhere. And we have some just unreal photos. Like it looked like I don't know who's responsible for that security deposit, but hopefully Big Sexy was lead counsel or in negotiations, because the place almost went down right to the studs.
Yeah, if you had a dehumidifier business, you did pretty well after that, trying to air out all the water that was in the kitchen.